Hi Sagittarius, I'm Pam, the Lucky Mermaid, and welcome to your Psychic Tarot reading for May 2020. This month I'm using the Taramuka Tarot deck, and remember, these are general readings, and to get messages pertaining specifically for you, you would need a private reading. This recording is for Sagittarius Sun, Sagittarius Ascendant, and Sagittarius Moon. Please be sure to watch your rising sign and your moon sign because some months they're going to resonate more for you than your sun sign will. And if you're born on the cusp of your sign, you might want to check your cusp sign out on certain months because there are people contacting me that said they're finding their psychic predictions and messages on certain months are coming to them from their cusp sign. So you might want to check those out. So all that being said, Sagittarius, now on to your May 2020 Psychic Tarot reading. First card you have is Five of Cups, and the Five of Cups is sadness, loss, and regret. This could be ruminating about the past. This could also be dealing with somebody that had a trouble with alcohol. Either you could have an alcohol problem, somebody you're close to or connected to may have one or have had one, but that doesn't always mean that. Sometimes that is what Five of Cups can mean, but it's generally sadness, loss, and regret of some sort. But not all hope is lost because there's still two cups upright in the card. You may feel like things have gotten out of hand or gotten out of control or gotten out of your control. I feel that you may feel like you are oppressed or concerned or worried about destructive forces. Could be self-destructive forces you feel that you possess in yourself. It could be self-destructive, like destructive forces you feel that are going on out in the world at this time. It could be destructive forces from other people you know. You may not want there to be any kind of endings. You may be very concerned about building up your strength, building up your immunity, your immune system, building up also your energy reserves within you. Also building up, possibly thinking about building up your income and finances. You may feel like something has gotten away from you, maybe time, and that you wish that you could recapture this, but that is lost now. So it could be something to do with someone you were connected to in the past, a relationship, or love in general, that or a, it doesn't have to be romantic love. It could be love connection of another kind, like when family love, or a love that existed in a friendship. It could be romantic, like I said, could be romantic love that you feel like the essence of time comes up here to me. So you may feel like you wasted too much time in a relationship, or you may also feel like things were said or done and you have regrets because you can't unring a bell. So you may have some regrets there. I generally feel that in some way, somehow, you do feel emotionally distraught. And again, I'm going to repeat myself, it could have to do with what's going on out in the world, but this could have to do with something to do with relationships or a relationship. I feel that you were wounded and you took something to heart. Somebody may have treated you shabbily or said unkind, unflattering things to you. I don't feel that it is happening in May. I feel it's already happened. But in May, you're looking back at it. You're like ruminating about it or thinking it over. So next card you have is Seven of Swords, and Seven of Swords is somebody lying to you, stealing from you, or deceiving you in some manner. You may find out that somebody you are connected to gave away things that were yours to somebody else. It could have been objects of value. They could have taken them and then sold them, or they took them and they gave them to somebody, or it could even be that they took money from you. But I feel more like it's things of value they took. I feel like when this happened, there was a lot of hubbub going on around and distraction. Now, it could have been the hubbub and distraction of what's going on out in the world, but it could have been like, again, this card feels to me like it maybe doesn't happen in May. It may have already happened prior to May, because it could have actually happened at a gathering, like at Christmas time, or at a holiday party, or a birthday celebration, or something. Because I feel like it's a gathering, there are people around, or there was some hubbub of something going on, and some things got taken away, taken from you. There was some kind of distractions going on. You were distracted. There are other things happening, and some things that maybe were not obvious to you till now. Maybe now you're realizing it and seeing that they're gone. I don't know that you've noticed it before, but this does feel like actual thievery, which does not always come up to me with this card. Many things can come up with Seven of Swords, but I do actually feel like it is some kind of theft, and I don't feel it's necessarily one thing. I feel it's multiple things. Like maybe you had a valuable pocket watch, pocket knife, jewelry, something small. I don't feel it's something big, although it could be. Maybe you had a party going on and somebody went into your driveway and stole your vehicle because nobody was outside paying any attention to it. I don't know, but I do feel that this is somebody, but I feel like you either know them, are related to them, or you're friends with them, or you know them, or somebody you're related to or connected to, a friend of theirs did it. But there is a connection that you would know this, you would directly or indirectly know the perpetrator of this theft. I feel like if you figure out who this is, it's going to be kind of shocking or surprising to you that this happened. And you may be mad when you figure it out, or however you find it out, because I also get the message here that you may be seeking restitution and you want them to pay you back. Give it back or pay you back. That energy comes up. I also feel there was something that was said to you that made you suspicious that this happened, even if you didn't know it at the time or you're just finding it out now. I feel like prior to finding out that it happened, somebody said something to you that kind of was an indication or was suspicious that may have tipped you off. And now if you think back on it, you're like, oh, yeah, I remember that. So the next card you have is the it's the Hierophant, which is the card number 5. And this is God giving you a blessing or God giving you a warning. It could also be indicating higher education, higher learning. It could also indicate religion, maybe spirituality of some sort. Some people say this is a high priest or a high pope in the card. I feel like you're going to be accessing your true potential and your true power, and you're going to start fighting for what you believe in, or fighting for a cause, or fighting for what you want. I do feel there's restitution made, or some kind of request is granted. So if you're asking for something from any official sources, I feel it will be granted. If you're requiring restitution for something that got stolen from you, I feel it will be granted. You are somebody, Sagittarius, that has a tendency to give people second, third, fourth, and fifth chances. I feel like you give people the benefit of the doubt, or you give them chances over and over and over again. And this card is indicating that as well, that tends to be a strong part of your nature. I also feel that it could come to you that you get a way out of something. That, like, maybe you were locked into a contract and now you're going to be able to get out of the contract. Or you were locked into a job that you really didn't like, or a situation that you felt like wasn't the best or was healthy for you. And there's some, like, gateway opening, portal opening, way out opening. Like, you're getting the way out of something that I don't feel that it's bad, this way out. I feel it's something you want to get out of, something that you're happy about getting out of this, whatever it is. I'm going to tell you, if you find out who stole something from you, whether it was an objects and they gave it away, or they sold it, or money that was stolen, I do feel that they're going to be contrite and asking you for forgiveness. I do feel they're going to ask you to, they're going to be sorry, begging for forgiveness, and all of that. And that's why it comes up here that you tend to give people second, third, fourth, fifth chances over and over again. That's why that came up in this card. I feel like you'll forgive them, but I'm going to tell you, you are going to insist that they give it back or pay you back. I do feel like you're not just going to blow it off completely. Something is going to have to be done. Maybe a barter. If they can't pay you back, maybe there's going to be services that they're going to have to do, like, work for you that you need done to make up for it. I don't know, but I feel like restitution happens in some manner. Next card you have is the Ace of Pentacles, and this is financial blessings coming to you. This is, you could be receiving an inheritance or getting a raise, an increase in salary. You could get a windfall. You could win some money. Some cash could just drop into your lap. You're getting some kind of spiritual blessing here to do with money. It could also be other things of value. It's not always just money. There could be some other valuable blessing coming to you. I feel like you're going to get notification of something where you're going to find out that something you've been waiting on finally gets pushed through. It could be a loan, it could be a promotion, and a raise, but something that you hold valuable. Could have monetary value connected to it, but I get it gets pushed through. Some of you could get some kind of advancement that could be coming to you. It could be coming from like the government, legal sources, through legal channels. It could be like an advance. It could be also a settlement. Like if there was any kind of legal cases where you were, or divorce, or any other kind of legal cases where you get some kind of payout. So some settlement paid to you. I feel like this money, if it is money, I feel like this is going to help you to make some big changes, big shifts and moves. You may decide to move with this. If you get money, you may make the decision to move or to renovate your house. I feel like you're going to do something with it that's like big. It's like money that will enable you to make some kind of big changes. Yeah, for some of you, it does come up as funds or something of value that gets released to you that may have been held back by, the government, or held back by some other kind of legalities or restrictions. I feel like you start spending this money right away. If it's money, I feel like immediately you start you like jump to action. I don't feel like you're going to sit around and mull this over long. You may have some ideas already cooking, like if this money comes through, I know exactly what it is I need to do with it. And I feel like you're going to jump to action. If you were supposed to get an inheritance or some other kind of payout that was blocked, stopped, stagnant, or stalled, those blocks may be lifted now. And it's like finally the gateway opens for it to come through. That energy is coming up here as well. I don't feel like you're going to tell everybody what you're doing. I feel like you're going to say to yourself, not everybody knows what decisions I'm going to make and what I'm going to do. So you may keep some of these changes that you're going to make and decisions you're making based on getting this under wraps for now. Doesn't mean you're not going to tell them in the long run, but I don't feel like you're going to tell everybody what you're doing right away. You've got the High Priestess next, and the High Priestess is, you could be the High Priestess, and your own psychic ability and intuition could be incredibly high in the month of May 2020 and moving forward. This card could also symbolize something is being kept secret or hidden from you, or you could be keeping something hidden and secret, which actually did come up with the money card of Ace of Pentacles, that you may not tell everybody right away what decisions you're going to make. This is a time of like education and refinement. I do feel some of you will decide to either go back to school, get a degree, get a certificate of some sort, get some kind of education, get some kind of training, and making some kind of advancement that through doing those things will bring more refinement to your life, elevate your life more. And I feel like you may be skeptical at first about, how am I going to make this work? How am I going to handle it? But I feel that you are going to understand how to do that in the coming months. Like in the next 2-3 months, you're going to figure out how to handle it, how to make it work. Because you're going to justify this. Like you're like changing a channel. That's what I'm getting. Changing channels. Your life is changing channels. I'm seeing in my head, my guides are showing me, I'm dating myself of my age, but, back in the day, we didn't have remote controls. We had to get up and change the little dial on the TV. I'm seeing you do that. And I'm seeing this like 1965 TV. You're changing the channel because your life has gone on in a certain pattern or trajectory for a while. But I feel because of many variety of factors, not just one reason, that it's now time for you to change a channel in your life. And this is part of what's happening to you. You're like entering a new karmic cycle, as we all are, but you are entering it too. And part of this for you, Sagittarius, is you've got to change that dial, change the channel. You're going to become, not that you already are, I'm not saying you're not already, but a really respected member of your community, or of the community, of a particular field, of a particular thing. So something that you're doing, something that you're going to get training, education, expand, learn, whatever, channel that you're going to be changing is going to lead you to like more positive notoriety, more respectability. It's going to sit well with you. You're going to feel like you're coming into your own, not on the outside looking in kind of energy. And you're also kind of coming into your own, where you're marshaling more of your strengths and your energy. Any fears, anxiety, hesitation, insecurities, uncertainties that caused you to dissipate a direction, it's like kind of like falling away. And you're going to be more, I'm not saying Sagittarius isn't directive. They certainly can be. But I feel like you're being more pinpoint direction with your life. Like Sagittarius is shooting that arrow out of the bow. That's you right now in May and moving forward. So I hope this reading was of help to you, and I hope it made sense. As always, thank you so very much for watching. I do truly appreciate it. And please be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell when you do subscribe if you would like to receive notification when I upload my videos to YouTube. As I always say, my most recent video series that I've recorded for my Vimeo on-demand pages, which are filled with predictions and messages channeled from my spirit guides for specific topics and astrological configurations and many different things. Those links are always posted below these videos, down below in the description box in the Show More section. And they're also on my website, www.theluckymermaid.com. You go to the videos tab on my menu, and there if you click on that, you'll see all the different video series I have listed, what oracle cards or tarot cards I used, or crystals, or whatever I've used, how long the predictions are for, so you can read the descriptions there. Pick the series that you want, click on the sign you want, and it will take you to that video on Vimeo. Now, some of the most recent video series, as I say, I always post them below, and every month I do psychic crystal readings. This month, the psychic crystal readings for each zodiac sign for May 2020. That link is down below, where I stop this video at the end and I continue on looking into the crystal and get additional messages and predictions from my spirit guides for you for this month of May 2020. So if you're interested in getting those, that link is below this video. Important angel messages for these changing times for each sign of the zodiac. That link is below this video. I used Angels and Ancestors Oracle card. I used the Keepers of the Light Oracle cards and Ask an Angel Oracle cards, and got messages from angels and guides as to what you need to know from these important and changing times that we're going through, this pivotal time on Earth. You've incarnated here for a purpose at this time. So these messages may speak more to your soul. They do give messages and predictions. So you might want to check those out. The other most recent link I have down below is also from my What's Lucky and New for You Psychic Tarot readings in 2020. What's lucky and new for you in 2020 for each sign of the zodiac. Psychic Tarot and Oracle. There's an Oracle card in there for each sign as well. So that link is below this video. I also have several other links below this video that would pertain to what you're going through right now as far as astrologically. They're Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards and crystal readings connected to that. Those links are below. If you would like to help support this channel and donate to my channel, below all those links is a donation link connected to PayPal. And I want to say thank you so much for all of you that have been very generous and donated to my channel. It does help a lot. Thank you so much for that. And if you would like to receive more psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides that you're not going to see here on YouTube, you can follow me on my social media pages at The Lucky Mermaid LLC on Facebook, The Psychic Pastry Chef LLC also on Facebook, and The Lucky Mermaid _ Pam Georgel on Instagram. I use many different divination tools there and give you psychic predictions and messages that are not just for the day that I post the messages. Sometimes they're talking a few months out, a few weeks out. It's never just for one day. Many people find those messages resonate with them, and you may find they resonate with you as well. So I'd love to see you over there if you would like to check that out. So I hope you have all the possible positive energy and uplifting energy come to you this month of May 2020, and know that I wish you many blessings and peace.